Hi, it's Simply Me Saturday, and I just wanted to talk to you really quick about some of the things that I do to remind me of what my goals are, to remind me of my vision, where I want to be as compared to where I've been, so that I can stay out of the rut of habits that have been forming for 45 years, thought processes, negativity that surrounds us at all times. What do I do to stay up? I'm not going to lie and say that I'm up all the time. I'm just as human, maybe more human than most people, and have my moments of self doubt. I have times when I just feel like all I can do is hang on, which I've learned to actually appreciate those days because it really gives me a motivation to get back into my habits if I have been falling short or getting lackadaisical about them. But some of the habits that I've developed every single day that I do, that I rely on, that they're just a part of who I am now. I just wanted to share some of those with you, and they may or may not help you, but I thought maybe it would be fun to share what I do. So, first of all, the thing I do when I wake up in the morning is and I'm in my office right now because I spend a lot of time in here. So it's kind of my environment. Right now it's a little bit messy because I've been working, but anyway, I'm going to flip the camera because I want you to see. This is my morning meditation chair. I'm very blessed to have a massage chair in my office. Dave, my husband, actually bought it for himself, well, for the family, but he bought it to put in another room that we had when our son first moved out. We had turned that room into an art room, and now it's our podcast room. So there wasn't room for it anymore, and so he moved it in here. And at first I was a little bit bothered because I don't like things in my space, honestly. However, when I realized that I could rearrange my furniture and that it fit well in here, and how amazing it was that I got to have a massage chair in my very own space, this became my morning ritual. And I have spent many hours in that chair pondering and studying and really connecting to my higher power, to God, to the Spirit, and really have had a lot of personal revelation, if that's a word that you connect to, or a lot of personal ahas, just deepening my understanding of a lot of the laws, a lot of the meanings of life, of my own life, and also of my purpose and my passion. I have really enjoyed my massage chair. So I'm not saying you need to have a massage chair in order to have a great morning ritual. However, if there's a place that you can go to be alone and to get comfortable, for at least, for me, it takes about 30 minutes to get into the feeling. And so when people ask me how long, I never really give a time. I think it matters. It depends on how long it takes you to feel connected to your purpose and to your vision and to yourself, to God, and then that's when I can get up and get going with my day. I also surround myself with reminders of my goals. Here's my family, just to remember, that they are my motivation. They are what keep me going, and they're actually my vision as well, to maintain that family relationship forever. And little blocks that say live like you believe, to remind me that I want to be in integrity and in congruency with my beliefs at all times, and to walk my talk and not just to talk. So those are reminders of that. This is also a reminder that life is more than what I see, and that there's a bigger picture always. It's really symbolic for me, that picture. Here is a part of my vision board. These are my long-term visions, and so I keep them. This one doesn't really change much. Places I want to go, the person I want to be, things like that. So those are there. And then this is my little, I guess I could call it an altar. That picture, you see it in the background of a lot of my videos, and there will be a time when my video background becomes more professional looking, I think, but right now it's really significant to me. It was actually the inspiration behind doing this video today, because I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if people ever wonder what this big, colorful, what no meaning picture is doing in the background of all of my videos, or a lot of my videos. It actually has a ton of meaning for me, because this represents, well, it was actually, I participated in the creation of this artwork. I was at a retreat, and I don't want to really divulge the exercise in case anyone ever participates in it in the future. However, it was a group activity that I thought I would be able to manage quite well. I felt at the beginning that, yeah, this will be something that will be easy for me to do. And it actually ended up being one of my biggest breakdown moments that I've ever had. And basically what happened is I was able to see through the mirror of this exercise just how much I put myself down, and just how much pressure I had been putting on myself to really show up perfect, I guess. And I didn't realize I had this perfectionism problem. I would hear about it, and I'm like, well, yeah, I know that I like to strive for excellence, but I don't feel like I'm a perfectionist. But this really showed me how I limit myself, and how I feel like if I don't show up perfect, that I'm going to ruin the painting, or ruin the project, or ruin the group, or ruin the experience for people. It was a paradigm that I'd had, I think, my whole life, but I just started to realize that I always felt like I was too big for the space, too much for the situation, too overwhelming for people. And this painting really represented that, and it was such a powerful breakthrough that the mentors of that exercise encouraged me to buy the painting, because they had an auction later and donated the money to charity. But they suggested that I buy it and hang it up in my office so that I would remember the moment and remember that I'm okay. All along what goes along with that is this vase, and inside of it are different activities that we did as well. One that helped us break through some fears. It was a courage exercise, and this candle is the one that I wanted to zoom in on if I can. It was used to remind us all that we have our own light, and by keeping our light lit, we can help other people keep their lights lit. And with a bunch of lights together in one room, we can shine quite brightly. So that's part of my goal, part of my mission, is to be able to help people keep their light lit and to glow together with them. And then this other one, this is a photo of my very first group personal development experience, where I had my first breakdown/breakthrough, and where I first realized that I could do things that I'm afraid of, and that it actually felt amazing when I was finished. So that became the mantra of my life, and so I keep that photo there as a reminder at all times. I also have some seashells from there that I keep in my bathroom to see every morning. And then there's just different reminders around in my bookshelf, books that I read, books that have inspired me. So that's basically what I do to start my day, and to surround myself with reminders of what it is I'm out to do, who I want to be, who I already am, because I do have moments, like you've seen in my last few videos, where I forget. And so my most recent goal that I have set for myself, and I've put it out there so that I hold myself accountable, and this is take 2 on the challenge, was to declare my I am statements out loud on a daily basis. And since I redeclared that at the beginning of this week, I'm just happy to report that I have spoken out loud my power statements every day since then. Some days I've done it more often, more repetitions than other days. Right now, my main goal is just to make sure that I'm consistent with it, and to feel it and to mean it when I say it. And it's been really empowering for me. There have been moments that I honestly felt, just even since Monday, just like, is it really worth it? Is it easier just to keep playing small? Then I don't have to keep putting myself out there. And in those moments, that's when I remembered, yeah, it's totally worth it. This is what I want. I love to feel powerful. I love to feel capable. I love to feel like I'm making a difference. And so it's worth it to me. And these reminders, like I said, they surround me at all times. There are times that they become so familiar that I almost forget to pay attention to them. So the little reminders, like the bad days, or the little experiences that bring me back to questioning my worth, always bring me back to remembering the power of my environment and the power of my morning routine, and bring me back to that place where I remember who I am and I remember what I want. So I just wanted to share that with you today, and to wish all of you a very happy, amazing weekend. And I'd love for you to share with me in the comments, if you would, what are some of the things that you do to remind you of who you are and where you want to go. I'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks so much for joining. Bye.